I do these lives just for you.
We're live.
Okay.
We need another book.
Well, we have a lot of books.
Gotta prop it up.
Look at that.
Who is in the live?
I'm gonna scoot it.
Yep.
It's not a very heavy book.
We need heavier books.
We need heavy books.
What's up, Sozo? The one and only member in the live chat so far.
Looking for something heavy. Not heavy. Gotta have heavy stuff around here. I will find something.
What's going on? Evening. Can you hear me? Yeah, too bad I can't hear you. Oh no. Ross is here. So
hey.
Obviously he's not working again. Uh-oh, Miguel. What's up, buddy? Can you guys hear me?
It's a nice heavy book. This might be better than that one.
Alright, let's try it.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay. Put this one back.
We can hear. Yeah. So what is everyone up to? See, it's not so fun, right?
What?
Ross. We're joking on him. Remember in his live, he was joking on us? You can slide into frame. He was joking on us and we couldn't respond back to him because we weren't a part of his live. Now, he can't either. There we go. Sounds good here. Cool. A little impromptu live. We had some guests that didn't show up. Who do we got in there? It feels like it's been forever. Yeah, it has been forever. We haven't made a video in quite a while. Watching people back about the truck stop. Yeah, that's a part-time. Why is the camera vertical? I don't know. Can you do it live?
Hey, nope.
You can't do it live from the YouTube app in landscape mode?
Yeah. If you had, no. I was gonna say if you had started it in landscape, would it do it? But I guess I'm behind on my live.
I don't know. I don't know, producer Sozo. You tell us why the camera is vertical. I tried, man. I tried. I wonder why the comments don't stay up on there.
It's true. I guess from that aspect, StreamYard was nice. Okay, so I guess we do have to just go with. Oh, they just stay up for a little bit.
Yeah. Rob, is that you? Rob?
Trucker Rob.
Oh, he's in?
Trucker Rob was in here. Is in here. Was
did
in
I
here.
miss him?
Yeah. Yeah.
There he is. What's up, buddy? JB Hunt Trucker Rob. Making it a thing.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Rob, how's JB Hunt treating you? How's that load board? You haven't posted anything from it. I want to see what theirs is like.
Landstar's going well. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, Landstar's great.
Landstar's great.
The truck is getting some battle scars fixed.
Yeah, we probably should have taken a short load out and back this week, but we didn't feel like it. So
yeah, instead we we dug into the GTO that we have in storage, and started doing a clutch, got the transmission pulled off of it.
So it's been a good week for that because we kind of forgot about that car for a little bit.
What's the last comment?
Landstar friends, it's awesome. I will post to the Discord.
Nice. Ross is back. I saw that. What's the last comment?
Love the videos. I drive for Carolina Cargo in California now.
Oh, okay, cool.
Craig McKinney.
So being in California, that would mean you were I guess you have to be a company driver there. I don't think you can be an independent contractor. Cool.
To even just drive in California?
If the company's based, or if he lives in California, I don't know.
Yeah, but he just said
What year is the
California
GTO?
now.
It is 2006, 6-liter, 6-speed.
You know what I immediately thought of?
Supercharged 6-liter.
Is whenever people ask what year is the GTO, and you tell them, and they say that's not a real GTO.
Yeah, always. I'm waiting for that.
I'm like on the defensive now.
Zach, what's up, man?
Johnson, are you sober yet?
Oh, dang.
We're not drinking at all. Just water.
So why are the comments not popping up?
I don't know. Live chat?
I don't know. It goes away.
I mean, you can look at my phone if you want. I don't have to be. Oh no! Even there it goes. Where am I? I'm trying to go to Las Vegas, but I'm scared about the trucker convoy that is about to happen in Flagstaff.
What are you scared of? Let them do their thing. Some of us have to keep working. We don't have the luxury of.
We're not working though.
A convoy. Well, yeah, some of us don't have a truck to drive a convoy, but
it's true.
Great and powerful Sozo. Yeah, you don't forget it. How's the weather in Virginia? Bipolar.
Yeah, 71 yesterday. Got to beautiful day. Today, it was like 36 degrees and raining.
Yeah, right now we have a beef brisket on the smoker, and just running out there to like flip it or check on the temperature and stuff. It's so cold. It's raining. It's just above freezing.
No, it's snowing right now.
Nah, it's still rain.
It's saying flurries though.
We were just out there. It's still rain.
Yeah, that's
right now. You can hear it hitting the gutters.
That's true. I'm just saying the weather app says that it's snowing.
Ross lives in Vegas. Maybe.
They're gonna block the road.
Show a picture sometime. I think I have. I'll put it in.
I can show another one right now on my phone. It's my background. I don't know if I want to show my phone that much.
Yeah, if you have a picture, you can put it up.
Yeah.
Definitely do not, sir. Yeah, I don't think Ross is good enough at gambling to live in Vegas. I don't know. He might be.
I wonder what happens if I search.
73 now in Alabama. Car. Okay. Got the same thing happening here. No. Yeah.
Sports car. It comes up under sports car. Okay, not just the GTO. Ooh, the Prelude was a sports car too.
Maybe Apple's definition of sports car is a little.
Is it a two-door?
Misconstrued.
It was a sports car in its day.
That's
in
true.
its day. All right. So here's a bunch of pictures. Where's the
one? Ross says he's had beginner's luck and hasn't gambled since. That's probably a good thing, sir.
Yeah, that is a good thing.
I used to have the thing called Hustle to pay the bills. It wasn't as much fun.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, you can exit out.
X out of that, and then see. Good enough. Good enough. Go back to the YouTube app.
Chucker Rob, I'm gonna have to agree with Travis's assessment. You definitely something clicked right then with the speed governing and the hitting the truck. So how's the truck coming along? We just dropped it off today, man. They were supposed to get all the parts yesterday, but they had never called us, so we took them by. We took the truck by today. They got I guess half of the bumper since it's two parts. They got that in today, so everything's everything's all in stock and arrived. So yeah, Rob did get a little triggered, but I mean, can you blame him? You know, I know what it's like. I know that feeling. There's still sometimes when I'm thinking and about something that used to happen at Prime, and then I get angry, but I don't hit the truck. But
Yeah.
I definitely get that feeling of that flashback, the anger.
Yeah, I'm
Oh no,
remembering.
heathens! What's up, buddy?
Yeah, that snowy day in Kentucky. Just my headache from that whole fiasco.
What was that last thing about some Landstar?
Mm. Have you guys picked a load for LAN agent? That one?
Yeah.
LAN agent, a lot of Landstar BCOs losing their trailer, I heard.
Yeah, so I'm in a lot of Landstar groups, and one of the main things that keeps coming up is a lot of people are doing dropping hooks on the receiver end. So that's where you lose your trailer and it's gone. And we don't play that. We don't put ourselves in a bad position like that. There's only been two agencies that we've done a drop and hook on the receiver side, and one of them was the FedEx one, and I know they have trailer pools. And then the other one, we took a real big gamble, but we had a backup plan in case it didn't work. So it wasn't like we were going to be totally out. We were close to the house. So we would have just gone home, got on the trailer list, took a few days off, and went running. But
Which one was that?
that was the Home Depot one.
Oh, the Home Depot
Taking us
one.
to Virginia.
Yeah, yeah. Well, even that agent said I have my own personal.
That's true. Yeah.
Trailers, other places other than Home
Yeah.
Depot. If they don't have one, let me know in the morning. I'll get you guys a trailer. So it wasn't. We put a lot of faith in that agent that she was gonna make good on her word.
There's just so much good freight. We just don't put ourselves in the position to take the loads that you have to, like, drop your trailer at the shipper for 48 hours, or drop it at the receiver for 72 hours and stuff like that. It's not worth it. Like, the rate might seem crazy, but like I said in some of the videos, is you have to find the catch, and a lot of times the catch is you're gonna lose your trailer.
Yeah.
What did Kev say?
That he doesn't have to do drop and hooks anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, for a team truck, dropping hooks are good because you can get in and out and onto the next load really quick. But, well, so at Landstar, it is definitely a trailer roulette, whether you're going to get a good trailer or not. So we try to limit the dropping hooks. And now that we have a good trailer, we're not doing them anymore.
Yeah, eventually I'd like to get our own trailer when they're not $90,000.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we won't be doing drop and hooks then either.
Home Depot loads out of Texas. Yeah. Yeah, we did a drop and hook for Home Depot, and that was the one where the agent said that she had a trailer pool at other places around there.
So that second load that we did out of Laredo going up to Cheyenne, that was a drop and hook there.
It was. Yeah.
And we got the extra trailer, which actually, we really wanted the Landstar trailer. We just wanted to say Landstar, but that trailer was actually really good. And when we started playing the trailer roulette, I kind of regretted letting go of that trailer.
Hey, Sozo, there's somebody for you to ban.
Who? Where? Oh, that one?
He always says that he's too late to ban him. I won't ban him.
Oh,
there it is. Delete it.
I'm not into kid trailers no more.
Definitely get triggered by prime drivers on the interstate. Hey, man, if they're in the right lane doing their thing,
let them live.
Just pass them. Blow the doors off. But if they're in the left lane, I get a little angry too. But then on one hand, I know why they're there and they have to pass and it's going to be slow. But on the other hand, it's like, I got places to go. Let's do this.
But I don't understand are the people that swing out way too early and then they aren't passing very quickly. I'm like, why don't you? I don't know. That goes back to the it's kind of dangerous being speed governed because you have to wait until you get closer to the other vehicle so that you don't camp in the left lane for so long. But I don't know.
Says,
It's
are you guys
frustrating.
rich hauling for Landstar? I don't know. Is anybody rich? What is rich?
We manage our money well. Let's put it that
We
way.
pay our bills. We have some savings. We have cool toys. I don't know. Whatever you want to consider rich.
Yeah, I mean,
The government thinks so. It tax us accordingly.
I think we make good money, but whatever. What's good money, right? It's different
Ross
number to
has to
everybody.
run. He's got a phone call.
No.
Likely story.
He's not even on the live, and I'm mad that he's leaving.
Man, we're at home. I don't even have a.
River rich is rich. Ooh, sheesh.
I don't even have a beer to drink. Ross is booking a Vegas hotel. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have any alcohol in this house that I know of.
Good. I'm about to seriously get into the trucking life. Is Prime the best bet to start out with? I don't know. I don't know if it's the best. I mean, we read about a lot of different companies. It was the best for us. I enjoyed the time there. I mean, use it for what it is. It's a great training place, but eventually you're going to come to a fork in the road where you're either going to be there forever and make it your ending place, or you're going to use it as a stepping stone and go to something different, better, whatever.
But I mean, we both know that a lot of it is about the kind of person that you are, and you have to humble yourself and be willing to learn when you have a trainer, and you have to also be willing to stand up for yourself when you need to.
Yeah, but that's at any company. That's
I know.
Not really.
But that's what I'm saying. Like in general,
specific, but yeah.
Getting into training with any company, be willing to learn, but also know when to stand up for yourself.
Your first year is probably going to suck no matter where you go. You just have to eat it. I mean, you're the low man on the totem pole, no experience, no. Just got to get to that 1 year in.
Yeah. I felt like the training was really good.
Riding with Kev said get in and get out. Yeah.
You can have horror stories literally anywhere. So I don't want to say. I mean, I usually still recommend Prime since that's where we went and we had a good experience. But I don't want to guarantee that Prime's gonna be perfect for everybody, and then you get there and it's not.
How do you like Cali loads? Well, we have not seen any loads that are compelling enough to go to California.
We wanted to do one.
But yeah, there was a few that we would have done, but
now they've disappeared.
I don't know. The longer we go without being in California, the better the rate has to be before we would go back.
I do like the West Coast, though. I'm looking forward to there being decent enough weather again for us to want to go up to Washington, because that was nice.
We just need to be able to get to Utah and back without getting shut down for days.
January was like a tease. Whatever week in January that was, that we went out there a couple times, once or twice. Well, no, the second time we got fooled by the Midwest, but the first time we snuck through Wyoming, and I want to say it was like 40s and 50s there when we were going through, and now it's a negative 11 last time I looked. Yeah,
Miguel said, learn the routes, get the experience, and then move out if it doesn't fit your lifestyle. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I just think, me personally, so take it for what it is, I think there's better opportunities out there. So it's a great starting platform. You're definitely going to be trained up really well, and if you do the lease program through Prime, I mean, you'll have a decent understanding on how to run a truck on your own. So the transition isn't that bad. Yeah, leasing was definitely the way to go at Landstar. But the Utah needs a Wyoming bypass. Somebody recently told us that it was shorter going 70 up to Salt Lake. And if somebody could show me where on the map it's shorter going up to Salt Lake on 70. Funny thing about the Wyoming is when they were going to build the interstate, all the locals told them to basically follow the state route, which is north, and it wouldn't be shut down as often. But there's a rumor stating that the first lady at the time liked the scenery through the area that 80 goes through now. So they skipped that bypass or skipped following the state route. I don't know how true it is. I've read a decent amount about it. I know the first part is true. All the locals were telling them to follow, what is it, 30 or 130? I can't remember. But the state route that is north, and it would get shut down a lot less.
But there were a lot of times, or there have been a lot of times where I've been looking at 90, and 90 is in way better shape than 80 is. You know,
it's a lot of YouTube people leaving Prime right now. I honestly don't know what's going on. Nothing's really going on. I mean, I think it's probably just timing. Like a lot of the people on YouTube and Prime just kind of started around the same time. They're just hitting the point where you just outgrow the company. I mean, it's nothing against Prime, and it's always happened. It just wasn't as publicized.
Yeah, it's a lot more visible now because so many people are on YouTube. And I think a lot more people the past few years were joining YouTube than probably joined from Prime in the past. There were always the major ones, right? But I think that there's a lot more small YouTubes at Prime now.
Later, heathens. I want to see when you order that $3.89. Yeah, so Kev says, is Prime even still hiring? In all seriousness, I just hear rumors about different groups. They stopped hiring. Yeah, I mean we heard the same. So I don't know if it's true or not. I don't really.
Yeah. Waiting list,
hiring
freeze, whatever they want to call it.
Yeah. So yeah, they have a hiring freeze because the trucks, I guess, like every other company's having issues with trucks. So Florida Boy says, since your truck's in the shop, do you have anything planned for the week? Yeah, try to get the clutch in on the GTO and the fuel pump done so that we can go get it tuned and then do rolling burnouts.
The clutch is the big thing. We still have more that we need to do, but the clutch is the big, daunting task.
Yeah, I'm too old to do clutches on the ground. Lifting the transmissions out from over your head down to the ground and back.
We did get the car jacked up really well, though. It's on some solid jack stands and on some spare wheels that we had. So.
Yeah, and eat that brisket. Yeah, so we were doing a lot of research today about the brisket. So apparently it gets up to temperature. You like wrap it in foil and let it get up to the finished temperature. And then you put it in a cooler so that it slowly cools down. And then you let it rest for like 6 to 8 hours. So it'll be ready tomorrow.
Brisket for breakfast.
Maybe.
I think so. Why not?
Yeah.
We've done weirder breakfasts.
One company that's quiet but has quite a presence on YouTube is CFI.
I've heard that a lot.
I've only seen like 1 or 2 people on CFI. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard that before though. That CFI is like doesn't care. I guess is the thing when like all the stuff coming out about Schneider recently. I don't know, coming out or just that a couple of YouTubers had that experience.
They just put the hammer down.
Didn't follow the rules or whatever happened. But yeah, I saw a bunch of people talking about CFI not caring. But I think there's probably a lot of places that don't care.
Honestly, I think if you're not touching the camera or holding the camera, I really don't think it's unsafe. But it's no more unsafe than talking on your headset.
Right, which a lot of companies also ban that. So.
Well, I mean, the industry standard is talk on the headset.
Right, but aren't there companies?
Yeah, there are a few.
That
Schneider.
shall remain nameless. Walmart.
Yeah,
that won't
Walmart,
let you
Schneider,
carry on phone conversations
TMC,
even with a headset. Yeah, TMC. So I mean, what is listening to the radio distraction? I guess too. How far are we going with it?
Riding with Kev says, I love smoking brisket. Yeah, man, this is going to be our first brisket. We've done a few pork shoulders, a whole chicken.
Yeah, that chicken was really good.
A ton of baked beans, man. If you have a second tray, throw some baked beans on there.
Ooh, too many baked beans. We need a break from baked beans.
So good.
And silence.
Honestly, the only reason I wouldn't go to Prime is because I don't want to be going 65 the whole time. You can't pass no one. It probably feels like you in the spot. You can pass a few people,
Yeah.
and I mean, most of the training companies are all going to be around that same.
I think it was a good life lesson though. Like I wouldn't want to go back to it, but I learned to appreciate being able to go faster. I learned how annoying it is when people keep speeding up. Like that's the thing. I feel like more than anything, I learned what I didn't want to do when I wasn't speed governed. Like being speed governed showed me like, all right, when I'm not speed governed, I'm not going to do this, this, and this. So I don't regret it. I don't want to go back. What?
Smoked queso? Yo,
So
we're
just like
trying it.
smoked cheese. What are we?
Yes,
What are
but
we doing? Like you
melty
melt it
cheese.
and then you smoke it.
YouTube smoked queso by Meat Church.
Okay.
Will do. When we get off live, I'm watching it.
That sounds good.
If
I
Prime
like
paid
queso.
more, would you have stayed? Yeah, it wasn't. It 100% was not a money issue.
Yeah.
We made pretty good money there.
That's what Prime thought.
It was.
If we pay you more, will you stay? No.
It was an issue of just not having control of the truck as much as they say you're not forced dispatched.
Yeah.
Like you're not forced dispatched with an asterisk that says if you decline too many loads.
Yeah, we're gonna put you in timeout.
You're gonna have a hard time, and I am really stubborn. Our fleet manager was really stubborn.
Both of them.
So, you know those Rams when they like butt heads and you know you hear the loud crash. That was us. So
yeah,
it didn't go well.
Yeah, we stuck it out with the first guy for a long time though.
Do most of the mega carriers have the same leasing option? I know a lot of the mega carriers do have like a lease option, lease purchase. You just kind of have to research. Some pay you a set cent per mile, which I don't like. Anything that's percent of load is good, in my opinion. But also, don't go by what I'm saying. Do the research yourself for these companies. But most of them do have some sort of lease program that will change you over to getting percent of the load.
Because what are the other mega carriers? Like Schneider obviously comes first to mind, and that's
well, they have SFI, so they definitely have lease and lease purchase.
Yeah, and then
Swift has a lease program.
Lease. So who would be the other mega carrier besides Prime?
There's a ton of them, but they elude me right now.
Yeah. So I mean, we looked into.
Most big companies govern their trucks at 65 to save fuel. No, it's not to save fuel.
But also, it's not. It's usually not at 65, or they have different tiers.
Yeah.
Of company driver, lease driver, like they'll let you go different speeds. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
TMC. I've seen TMC trucks that look like
they've
been bought.
But they are company drivers.
That's true, but I feel like I have seen.
I think that was Martin.
Yeah, no, but specifically, Melton. There's been a couple, not a lot, but there's been a couple of TMC trucks that I've seen that are a lot older, and they're the black color, but they're not. They don't have like all the TMC. I don't know how to describe it, but I've seen a couple. Maybe. But I don't think that's a good example anyway, because that's not. I don't really consider. I mean, I guess they are like a mega carrier flatbed, but it's not exactly the same. That's a different setup.
What can you say about the Landstar 65% versus Prime 72%? Okay, so here's the thing. Prime, like, double brokers the load. So they have a logistics company that brokers the loads to Prime. So there's already some percentage taken off the top.
Yeah.
Then it gets sent to you at whatever rate that they send for the line haul or the fuel surcharge. So they have full control over the rate that they're giving you.
Yeah.
So would you take 72% of whatever made up number, or would you take 65% of a line haul that's significantly higher? I mean, I'm going to go with the 65% every time.
Yeah.
It's so the rates that we're seeing are usually about 50% higher than what we were getting at Prime, and that definitely should not be. Reefer rates should always be higher than dry van rates. But, I mean, we're seeing a significant increase in the rates for dry van compared to what we saw at Prime. And also the fuel surcharge actually goes to us. And what did you come up with? 60 or 70% more fuel surcharge, something like that?
Yeah, it's in the 60 to 65% range. of
And their
yeah.
fuel discount may be like a penny or two more per gallon, but
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, I had all the numbers in my book. It was like um more than double the fuel surcharge, and the percentage difference in the discount on an average was about 1.5% difference. So I could do a TED talk on all the math I did last fall, but I feel
getting
like
your
it.
fast pass. I don't know. We don't go to Canada.
Yeah, we don't go to Canada. No
Um,
interest right now.
yeah. So I hope that it answers the question, Florida boy, just a roundabout way. Would you take a smaller percentage of a lot larger line haul, or
Yeah,
would you take a higher percentage of a smaller line haul?
but
Yeah.
also and I don't know, like reefer out on the open market definitely always appealed to me, but it is a different thing, and I feel like you get paid more for reefer because it's a guaranteed weight,
Yeah,
and
that's true.
the detention isn't nearly enough to make up for the time that they just waste. So it's a totally different animal, not just because of the percentage difference, but just the types of loads that we're able to haul. Like 90% of our loads, 95% of our loads, we have no wait time. And that's not to say that it's a drop and hook. We get loaded immediately, we get unloaded immediately, or there's like a half hour, an hour wait to get a door. It's really super insignificant. So it's almost like I just wouldn't want to go back to reefer just because of like the way that customers treated you and the way that they would waste your time. I'm much happier with dry van.
Yeah, right now if they come up on the 2 hour mark, I'm like planning the exit strategy.
Starting the
Two
clock.
hours in reefer, man, you're just getting to to the bullpen
Yeah.
wait some
Where's
more.
Ross? That first that Washington load. He's like, man, I'm out. We tried, but
Let's
that guy was
see.
sneaky.
Said, so what's wrong with your truck? So I was minding my own business, passing some guy, and he decided to run his trailer into the passenger wheel steer
Yeah.
and
Steps, wheel, everything.
play Ben Hur with the chariots where they're like clashing
Yeah.
and tried to run us off the road.
Yeah. So right now it is actually like we continued on to Utah because it was drivable. We got the turn signal. We replaced the housing on that. So technically everything is legal to drive on the truck right now. I just didn't feel like the date that they gave us for getting the parts in, I was like, I don't feel like taking a load out and immediately having to turn around and just deal with that whole like going out and then coming back so immediately, like for like 4 days. It just didn't seem like it was worth it. And then they didn't have the parts in yesterday, so that was a little disappointing. But they
It
got
was
it in
only a
today.
day.
Yeah, they got it in today, and the truck's there. So I'm hopeful that we'll get it back early next week, maybe, and then we can head out and not have to think about it anymore.
Tim asks, will hazmat loads pay more? Yes, the one's worth taking anyways.
Yeah.
The rates are usually about 50% more.
But the big ticket items are the hazmat and tanker combined. That those are the
Yep.
crazy rates that we see are the hazmat and tanker. So um,
Yeah, Evan says dry van life. What's up? Peyton, I never really hear dry van companies have to wait at the docks. Yeah, so it's really comes down to the loads that we pick. So one of our main
Yeah.
questions that we ask is who's the shipper and who's the receiver, because we don't
Yeah.
like anything food service or big box retailer. You're gonna have to wait, and
Yeah.
we know that. So if the rate's not exceptionally
Yeah.
higher than your average rate, we just don't take it.
And it sucks because we do have that big box retailer that maybe will remain unnamed, like 20 miles from our house. So
I
if
don't
we
know why
wanted to,
why you're not saying Target.
yeah, I just didn't, I didn't know if I wanted to bring that
Target,
heat.
terrible.
Yeah, they have a DC center, or they have a DC center. They have a distribution center.
They have a distribution center.
Center about 20 miles from our house, and we took a load going there one time that I think was hazmat and paid really well, or whatever.
It was
whatever
hazmat.
load we
It
took
was,
there paid really well. So we were
tanks
like,
of helium.
yeah, we were like, okay, we'll do Target. No, the helium one was going down to South Carolina. That was the load that we just had the issue on the paying.
That was Target.
Right, that was Target. But I'm saying when we came home that one time, the one down in Stewart's Draft.
All Targets are the same.
But
about
I just
8 hour
remembered
wait.
it paid really well, so we were willing to do the wait.
Yeah.
But I thought we were supposed to get unloaded the day before we actually got unloaded. So we showed up and he was like, "Yeah, we can't unload you today. Your appointment's tomorrow." So that kind of sucked. Like going there, then going home, and then having to go back out wasn't fun, but it paid really well. So
Is Amazon considered a mega carrier? Not really, because it's not their trucks. They have like day cabs and stuff, but
yeah.
generally it's owner operators pulling the freight.
Wouldn't that be a similar thing to Landstar, where it's like some people consider Landstar
Yeah,
a
I
mega
guess.
carrier, but not. It's not really.
It's all in your definition, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, they are a
Yeah.
large carrier, but they don't have a whole lot of their own drivers. Let's put it that
I
way.
feel like a mega carrier, in my mind, has to have company drivers
And training
and training. But definitely company drivers is the big.
Yeah, but so Amazon used to be like bottom of the barrel rates. They have actually gotten quite a bit better. You can catch some really good stuff on there, from what I hear. What is the difference in home time versus Landstar? Landstar versus Prime. Well, Landstar, we are the boss, so we go home whenever we want for as long as we want, and we don't have to tell anybody. We just have to make the payments and the bills. And yeah, Prime, if you're a company driver, I think it's 1 day off for every week that you stay out, but there's like a cap. And then for the lease, you could go home whenever, but you had to like let your fleet manager know, and then they would like work to get you home. But just it wasn't quite the same, because somebody was always over your shoulder, like, "Hey, when you coming back? When you coming back?"
Yeah, I mean, it's a blessing and a curse,
Brian
right?
Liverman, what is up, man? Haven't seen you in years.
Who that? Right. But who that?
He's the guy that joined the Discord the other day. Remember?
Is it your old neighbor?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Brian.
Brian, when you gonna get out and drive a truck, man?
Yeah.
I'll teach you.
Why you join the Discord? It's suspicious. We had a whole discussion about this. It's suspicious.
Somebody retracted a message.
Yeah,
I was just reading it.
Yeah. Hi, Joe. Mentioning Amazon, I'm taking a load to an Amazon DC in Florida. Huh.
Now, Rob, next time he's going to be making a video, he's going to be thinking about that, taking the time off at Prime. He's going to get that angry click over.
Oh, that was
If we ever get our truck back and I start making videos again,
you gotta do
I'll probably
a heated
have
moment
something.
like that.
Yeah. I think
you know what you have to think about? You have to think about the Peterbilt dealership in Springfield. That would do it.
Yeah, you want to give me
that would get him there.
PTSD, man. Tell me why. So when we were with Prime, we ordered a truck with all the spec'd out exactly how we wanted. It had a beautiful paint job. It was black with blue pearl, so like it flopped in different sunlight. You could see blue, you could see black. It was beautiful, beautiful truck. Amazing, spec'd out exactly how we wanted, except for the motor, because you couldn't get an X15 there.
Yeah.
So we take it out. Everything's good. We make it to Florida from Springfield, and it feels like we have swapped out the front steers for like egg-shaped wheels. Like every wheel weight fell off. We hit a pothole, bent the wheels. They're bent in half. It was that bad. I woke up and I'm like, why is the truck shaking like this? We have to have lost some wheel weights.
Yeah.
So we worked our way back to Springfield, had it rebalanced a few times, had alignment checked, had everything checked.
Did we take it back out again?
Yeah, we took it back out to like
Indiana.
And then coming back, we were like, nope.
Yeah.
We took it to Springfield dealership, to where they lost our truck on their own lot. They called me at 5 a.m. They were like, "Hey, do you want to bring your truck in?" I'm like,
"You guys have it."
You want me to wake up, take the shuttle over to the dealership, get in our truck that you have the keys for, and drive it to your bay? And he was like, "Well, I don't know. We just need the truck inside the bay." So I was like, "Okay." So got ready, got all the way there, and they're like, "Yeah, if you want to pull the truck around." I'm like,
You have the
You
key.
guys have our truck.
You have the key. We didn't even have the keys. They had the keys.
Yeah, so then they lost the keys a different day. Let the batteries run. We had food in the fridge that we didn't take out because we didn't expect it to be there long.
Yeah.
So that all spoiled because they didn't turn the APU back on. Ran the batteries dead. Couldn't figure out the problem. They kept naming all these things and we would get it fixed and it would still happen. And then they got tired of working on it, so they said, no more. So we spent a month in Springfield. So there's a lot more to the story. Maybe one day I'll make a video about it, but...
Yeah. I think that was the beginning of you being told that you need to start a YouTube, right? Was when all that was happening.
Yeah, exactly.
But, yeah.
Let's see.
Somewhere I probably still have the note with all the what happened every day and who we talked to and all the fiasco.
Is it true that some DCs will charge you if you're late? I've heard that there's some penalty taken off the line haul, but it's never happened to us. We don't show up late.
We show up a day early.
Been looking at Landstar, but how's the flatbed division?
I saw that.
You know what? I have limited knowledge about flatbed. Some people have asked about the rates, but I don't know them well enough to like know how to search for stuff. And from what I understand right now is the slow time in drive-in world. So
Flatbed?
I don't know. Flatbed, yeah, sorry, flatbed world. So I don't know. Ask me in a few weeks and I can look at the board. Are you leasing your truck through Landstar? No. Landstar is 100% owner operators. You have to have the truck and you bring it over there and you lease onto them. So leasing and trucking gets thrown around. There's two separate terms for it. The original term is you're leasing your services basically to the company. So you're like basically a pass-through conduit. Like they, you can run loads for them. The company gets paid and then they pay you. And then everyone uses leasing the truck kind of interchangeably as well. So leasing the truck, basically like what you would do with a business
office building?
Yeah, like an office building. You pay rent, you run your business out of there, and then when it's time to move on, you don't own it, give it back, whatever. So there's two separate leasing things for the trucks. Leasing onto a carrier is one thing, then leasing a truck through a carrier is a separate thing.
I want to answer that one.
What's that?
So it's going to be further down at the bottom. I'm probably going to skip some people, but is third-party lease as cheap and easy like the prime leasing?
Yes, it is. You just need a fat stack of cash, man. That takes care of most problems in trucking. The only thing with leasing from a third-party company, like outside of a carrier, is they'll do a credit check. You have to have a decent amount down, which right now is pretty close to what you would need at a mega carrier to do a lease purchase anyways. Just need to have it coming out of the business account. Typically, I guess if you run it through your LLC or not, but every one of them is different. They have all different requirements, but it's pretty easy. I mean, you just need money like everything else.
Before Prime changed their whole, took away their lease purchase option and said that they were going to be redoing all the lease stuff, we did all the numbers with our friend CB. And the numbers were, I think in the end, after the buyout and everything, was maybe like $6,000 or $7,000. $5? What was I don't remember exactly.
It's $11,000 difference. In what we're doing and what Prime was doing, but I think they charge you for the APU at the very end. I don't know. Maybe Zach can comment.
That's true too, and that is the other big thing because our truck didn't come with an APU where you are paying for that at Prime, so maybe it would be a little bit better deal. But I mean, who knows what they're going to come back with now in terms of their purchase option stuff. So I'd be curious to see that because I feel like the rest of the industry was going up on their lease purchase options and Prime stayed the same for a long time, and I think that they realized this year that was a mistake.
They shut that down.
So we'll see what happens. Curious to see that, but the home time is hurting getting an APU a little bit, but I still think after we get out, after a couple weeks, we'll still be hopefully heading up to Illinois and getting an APU
Do
installed.
you guys
So
miss the terminals compared to from Prime to Landstar? Yeah, the Landstar ones are like a small
yeah,
apartment, and they do training classes and stuff there, so they don't even compare. The lots are really small, hardly any parking, so we don't go by there. And the ones at Prime are really really nice, but I mean that's not enough to keep you at a
yeah,
company.
yeah. You don't make any money at the terminal,
Yeah,
so
exactly. You don't make any money at the
I
terminals. We've
mean,
only hauled one load
our
to a Prime
you
terminal
know
in
what
our
I feel like
life.
though now our alternative terminal now has become the house.
Yeah, or
Like
Rafine truck stop.
or Rafine truck stop. But just I don't know, being able to get by the house is so much easier now. Maybe because we're up and down 81 a ton on the East Coast, but I don't know. I'm sure we bug my parents constantly stopping by here, but they don't seem to mind, so gonna keep doing
How do you guys handle claims at Landstar? We tell the agent, and we have the customer mark whatever
it.
their problem was on the paper, and then it's not our problem.
Yeah.
We just drive
Not
it.
our problem.
I'm one of the last trucks that was able to order and buy. I'm hoping and planning I can get this truck paid off in 2 years and go over to Landstar. I trained and two of my students are over there now. Nice. Nice. That was a good move, getting it when you did.
So back on the truck prime versus every other leasing whatever. Real quick. Maybe not every lease would be the truck would be as not equipped with a Qualcomm or stuff like that as ours was, but I was thinking about it a few weeks ago how nice it's been to be able to pick out exactly where we want to put things and exactly what we want on the truck. Like we just did the Doran TPMS system, which was something I really liked on the Prime truck. We have the same right way gauge, but we're able to pick out where we're going to put it. The Qualcomm, we were able to install that carefully where we wanted it. The APU, we're able to pick out what brand we want because we probably are going to go with the green APU. So I mean, and that's stuff that you don't get that kind of customization at Prime. Now I guess you do get to pick your color and your graphics, but you don't have a choice in the motor. You don't have a choice in where they put the right way gauge. You
You
don't
get
have
a
a choice in where they put the
choice.
Qualcomm. You don't have choices in that stuff.
You get a choice off the list that they give you, but
Right. So I don't know. It's
yeah, I'll give up picking the truck color for just having unlimited freedom
yeah,
to
just
do
being able
whatever we
to
want.
make the truck exactly what we want is pretty nice. Like yeah, we don't have cabinet doors, but I don't care. Whatever. It's
Are
been
the loads
fine.
better in the summer? For flatbed, they are. Dry van's probably going to stay the same.
Yeah, driving's been
Certain
pretty even
areas right
keel.
now are like gold mines. Like
Are they really?
if
Are we sitting at home
for
with
dry
gold
van,
out
yeah.
there?
If you go to an area where there's bad weather and you make it
That's
there,
true.
and there's not a whole lot of drivers, especially in our situation,
Yeah.
we're a team truck. We have hazmat and tanker endorsement. So
Yeah.
those people need us. We don't need them.
Yeah.
So in the summer when everyone's around and you can travel semi freely aside from
Yeah.
Wyoming in the wind, um, there's going to be some like averaging of those rates. They're going to go back down to normal because there's going to be
Yeah.
more competition.
As much as I said I don't want to go to
10
Washington in the
count.
wintertime, it was really nice going there and having agents kind of fight over us taking their loads out. But yeah, I mean you got to
Ross,
balance
you're going to
both.
get banned.
What?
He said you're a what?
A team?
He's implying that we're not a team truck. Sir,
Sir, you said it like 4 times in your
you
live.
did. It's co-signed by Johnson's
I
Logic.
should have recorded it
That's
because
true.
it's not up there anymore. Our proof is gone.
So the difference is we are a team, but we have the power to not run as a team when we don't want to. But those people still call us. They expect us to be a team truck. Sometimes
and when that
we
money's
do.
right,
You're
we
right.
are a team truck.
Absolutely, you pay us right. Woo!
Yeah, I mean we're not gonna do team driving on solo driver rates or when it's not needed, but uh, that card is always in our back pocket, and I like that.
Riding with Kev wants to put on a right way gauge. Yeah, we have it in a box.
We could have done that this week.
Yeah, we should. So it was like, do we put a clutch capable of holding 700 horsepower on the GTO, or do we put a load right gauge on the truck that's sitting there? What happens
Zach
if you...
said he has my proof.
Nice. That's right. That's right. He was supposed to delete it, but he didn't.
Oh, that's a lot of warm-up.
What happens if you get a drug test on the road? So, Landstar calls you after you've delivered a load, or if you're in the area before the load. They, believe it or not, they look out for you. So they'll pick a time where you have time, and then they find a drug screening place that has truck parking, or an area like a big parking lot that you could pull the truck in, or anything like that. So
that last one was close by and had truck parking for the truck. So.
The one that we got popped in for, or that I got popped in Little Rock, we were right down the street from the place. We had a day, or no, I think we had like 5 or 6 hours before.
Yeah.
We had to pick up the next load.
I think we got there and we were like, hey, maybe we can see if we can get loaded early. And then Landstar called and they were like, yeah, so you need to go do a drug screen. Yeah. Fun times.
Hey, Nomadic Brit. What is up? Can we start from the beginning? Hey, man. If this is the chapter you start on,
it's a very good place to start.
This is the beginning, right? Let's see. What did I miss?
We haven't checked on the beef brisket in a while.
That is very true. I don't want to... let's see. Depends on how heavy your loads are. You seem not too heavy often. Yeah, I mean, you pick your own loads, so you can kind of determine if it's, in the load search, there's a criteria for weight.
And we like to avoid the heavier loads, but again, that's one of those things, like if we need to get out of an area and the rate for a heavier load is right, and just depending on where in the country, what mountains you're going to be going over, we will do heavier loads, but we prefer not to. It's just a miserable drive.
All right. You're going to have to... I'm going to go check the brisket, make sure it's not on fire.
You don't want to check the app thing?
It's going to stop the live.
Oh. Okay. Hi. Just me now. Low and slow. Yeah, it's low and slow.
Somebody asked if we like drag racing. You should tell them.
Drag racing?
Yeah.
Who asked if y'all like drag racing? Do we? Yeah, I guess. I've only done it once, and that was in my Prelude, so it was real slow. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun. I can't wait to take to the GTO. We did drifting with the G35. What else have I done? I did a little bit of road racing back in the day, but I don't know. Drag racing just always makes me think of racing on the street, which is frowned upon, and I would never do that. Okay. Good day for diesel prices. Not, yeah, it's pretty painful. So pretty much the only place that we haven't gone since we came to Landstar has been California, but we'll go anywhere. It just has to be the right load and fit all of our criteria. Yeah, that's true, Miguel. Just in terms of the heavier loads being better out west. But I mean, out west, even on 40, you have some pretty gnarly mountains, but agreed. The best fuel economy, the best mileage I ever did at Prime was a run across Oklahoma and Texas and New Mexico and all that. So it is really good fuel economy out there. Picking our own loads. Yeah. So the thing about that too is you have to know what's important and what to look for, but you can't be too picky sometimes. What was it that Travis said? He sat down and asked himself what he was going to take, He's like, I keep putting all these stipulations on me. He's like, so what am I gonna run? And at some point, you have to, you have to, you look for.
You don't look for reasons not to take the load.
Yeah, you don't look for reasons not to take the load, but you do try to look out for red flags, and you do try to fit stuff that fits your criteria.
Always find the catch. Some YouTube guy said that.
How's my hair? Yeah, I was trying to find the catch. How do you guys pick your loads? What's the process? Do you want to hit on that?
Well, we look at the highest revenue that's on the board for the criteria.
Not always, though, because the highest revenue ones are sometimes.
That's what we look for first.
Yeah,
so we set our search criteria to 0 stops because we don't want to do multi-stops. Maybe 1 stop. If we're feeling spicy, we'll allow up to 1 stop. We do max 35,000 pounds. If the area, some areas that you go into, you have to take a heavy load out. And then, what else? Sometimes you have to sort through the garbage stuff.
We like to limit the stops. We have yet to do a ton of like super multi-stop stuff. I'm trying to think if we even take any multi-stop stuff.
No, we have not taken a multi-stop yet.
But we do. It's not necessarily that we won't do something that has 1 or 2 stops, but we prefer not. Yeah, we haven't found the right one, and we prefer not to do the 15 stop loads. But who knows? I mean, I'm not saying never. I'm not saying we're never gonna do that. But what are they? So money. It's not that we care about so much about direct shippers, but I don't know how to say that or where I'm going with that. But you just, I don't know. What are some of the other things? Weight, the rate, the area you're going to, like what kind of stuff comes out of there, what kind of parking you're going to have. And how it lines up with the weekend would be the other big thing with drive-in.
For sure.
Because it's banker's hours. So you got to be kind of conscious of like what the customer is, how long it's going to take you to get unloaded. Are you getting unloaded at Friday at 8 a.m. or are you getting unloaded on Friday at 5 p.m. and you're not going to be able to get a second load out that day for the weekend and you're going to be stuck there over the weekend. Or you're going to have to do food service to get out of there over the weekend, which isn't everywhere, but sometimes that's an option.
We put enough search criteria in that we only get about 15 loads to choose from, and then we pick the best one out of the list.
Depending on the area, yeah.
Yeah, because it's all going to be ones that we want to run. Yeah. Brian says, I was in Vail hunting this fall and stayed a couple miles off of 70. The smell of burning brakes was gnarly. Yeah. Have y'all pulled through there yet? How does it compare to the rest of the U.S.? Maybe we have. We go through there when we're light, if it's not during the winter. Yeah. Because there's a good chance that you have to chain up due to snow and ice and stuff. So we just don't really risk it. And if it's really heavy, it's a miserable climb. Yeah. And it is very...
and a miserable descent, too. Yeah.
You have to be on the Jake brakes and...
It's bad.
You have to go slow.
Oh, well, I guess I can't even really talk about how bad it is since that big crash recently. Everybody knows how bad it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, the descent's
you have
not
to be on your
either.
game. Let's see. Is your GTO straight piped and has drag tires? It has drag radials, which are street legal. Slicks does not have straight pipes.
Tell them how I feel about straight pipes.
Yeah, I don't know. LSs just don't sound that good with full straight pipes, but
good sounding.
It has exhaust.
Not just loud.
The brisket is good. It's not burnt. I sprayed it with apple juice. I threw some more wood chips in. And when we get done here, we'll have to wrap it up and let it cook for a little bit longer. Yeah. Do you prefer only a specific amount of mileage per load? Nah. I mean, we do whatever pays well. We try to stick to more miles as a team truck, so we're not loading and unloading in the same day and just like running one day. We kind of make use of the 2 drivers.
Oh, and a lot of times, or sometimes, the other advantage of being a team, Ross, is that we can pick up the load a lot later than a solo driver would and still be able to run it. So, we are a team.
Do you guys go by how long the load has been on the load board? Yeah, for sure. A lot of times, especially if we lay over a day, like if we didn't find anything, we'll search by posted recently.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that I definitely like doing it that way a lot. Like I'll glance at the like the highest revenue stuff, but a lot of the stuff at the very top isn't stuff we want to run anyway. But and then I immediately go to sort by newest.
I have to run back out there.
Why?
Temperature might be getting too hot.
Oh, are we almost ready to wrap up anyway? It's been an hour.
Yeah, actually, we probably do.
We should probably just wrap up.
Yeah. All right.
Ross, you get called out because you always get called out.
Yeah, because you like to take shots at us in your live, so we're just firing back. It's all in
rare,
love.
medium rare, well done. Does that apply to brisket as much?
I mean,
I thought
it's like a tougher thing, right? Cut of meat, so you have to kind of cook it a little closer to like medium well.
10 Count says that he has 06 IS 250.
Yeah, we talked about that. He wants to kind of like restore it up.
That's fair. This was fun, but we promised ourselves that we would keep it short.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. Hour, so. We're gonna have to knock. So we were gonna do this live with the guys from Ship's Gonna Happen podcast, but just scheduling conflicts. So we still wanted to do the live, but we are gonna have to cut it short. It's not gonna be our normal 2.5 hours.
Yeah, but. Do I feel like saying that we might do another one before we go back out on the road?
Yeah, we probably will.
We could do that. Yeah. I'd rather do a second night than have this drag on.
All right, guys. Thanks for popping into our live. We'll catch up in a few days. I'm going to film a video tomorrow. It's not going to be anything crazy, just what we've been up to. But all right. Thank you, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.